When I was coming up, I was always taught that every generation is supposed to make things a little easier for the generation behind them. Just take a look around you today, though, people, and tell me with a straight face that that's what we're doing. Now, I can honestly say my parents made damn sure that I had way more opportunities than they ever did. And ask yourself this: are we holding up our obligation to that next generation? And what exactly are we handing down to them anyway? I mean, stop and think about it. You got layoffs and inflation and rising housing prices and healthcare costs, man. I don't even want to get on that. Turn on the news or listen to any podcast or YouTube, and political turmoil is every single day. People, it's hard as hell to build a house on quicksand. And then what do our kids see? What do they learn from us? They see their parents struggling, man, every single day just to survive. Not to get ahead, not to thrive, just to survive. And then respect's gone. That went out a long time ago. Neighbors don't even talk to each other anymore. Hell, half the time they don't even acknowledge each other. It's like we've all gone selfish in this country, man. Everyone's only out for themselves. And then we got this whole drug epidemic, glorification, whatever you want to call it, going on out there. It feels like it's cool now to be a drug addict. I don't know. Or maybe people are just so buried and swamped in their own problems that that's the only escape that they can see. And then healthcare, man, again, who in the hell can afford to get sick anymore? And I saw this firsthand a couple of weeks back. Me and my wife were attending a music festival, and this little girl right next to us, we were just talking to her. Turn around, boom, she hit the deck, flat out. Call the paramedics, they come, they revive her, she's in and out of conscious. They want to take her to the hospital because she keeps losing conscious and coming back. She refuses, she doesn't want to go. You want to know why she didn't want to go? She didn't want that bill. and people, that's the state of America right now. And it seems like we're all having health problems. I think about buddies of mine, man, from college and high school. I just heard a couple months back, high school basketball player, star of the city, died. He died. And these guys are dropping dead, man. And I'm wondering, how in the hell in your mid-50s are you dropping dead like that? Is stress or everyday pressure or trying to carry all the weight alone without asking for help? That's that fool's pride. When you know you need help, right? And you're too prideful to ask for it. But see, that's what we're taught to do as men. We're taught to shoulder that weight, man, keep your mouth closed and keep it pushing. But fellas, it's killing us. It really is. And then you zoom out, man, and you look at what's going on the world stage. You got China and Russia, Iran, all these other countries, man, forming some kind of weird fucking alliance. And that worries the shit out of me. You got tensions heating up everywhere else on the planet, Israel and all these other situations, man. And then the fucking environment's breaking down. You got global warming and 100-year storms hitting every 3 years now. What's going on with that? And then food prices are climbing everywhere. You got famines. That's starting to be more common. I think about wildfires in California and all this weird shit, man. What's going on? Why? And then the leaders, man. If that's really what you want to call them, because leaders are supposed to lead, but they don't really lead because they don't care. They're too worried about staying in power, people. Let's be honest. They'd rather win an argument than to protect their own people. And I swear, man, sometimes I just sit and wonder, man, how do we make it? Because our kids are watching us, people. You know that, right? And what are we showing them? That life is all work, keep quiet, and just die tired? Work to the grave nowadays? Never retire. Nobody retires anymore. Go in one day, come home to the morgue the next. And our children, man, they listen not only to what we say, they copy what we do. And what we're teaching them right now, people, in this country, it's not strength. It's not. And look, I'm not a complete idiot. Parts of me are missing. But I know we can't fix everything. But we can fix some things. And those things that we can still fix that are under our control, that's what we got to start working on. We need to start communicating again. And I don't mean texting or liking a post on social media or anything like that. I mean, actually having real conversations again. Calling somebody on the phone or a face-to-face conversation, that'd be nice, eye to eye. Remember that? Let me ask you something. When's the last time you actually used your phone to call somebody? Not scrolling, actually called them and had a phone conversation. I'll tell you what else we got to bring back. We got to bring respect back. Kids respecting parents, parents respecting kids, and politicians respecting the people that they represent. Everybody respecting each other again. And people, that's a core value that we lost that I really hate we lost. You know, it's hard for us to care about somebody that we don't respect. You know, we got to stop two people pretending like we're all fine. We're all good. Everything is fine. We're not fine. We're not. The division. Humans by nature are social animals. We need people. We need to intermingle. We need to interact. We need to talk to each other. We need to learn to lean on each other again. We got to stop with this fake ass bravado. Like, we can do everything alone. Reality check, people. Our country is suffering. Our kids are suffering. But I think there's still a way forward. I'm an optimist. I will always believe that if there's a will, there's a way. And if you've ever felt like this, I mean, any of the things that I'm saying, please speak up. That's why I'm trying to create this place, man to man. And I know we're not going to agree on everything. Let's be honest. That'll never happen. But we can agree to disagree. We can come together and share what's eating us and not suffer in silence. That's what I want to stop that. I want to stop people feeling like you got to do everything alone. You don't. And think about the kids. I always say, I'm not dead yet, but I've lived my life. I worry about that next generation. When I see my nephew's daughter, she's a couple weeks old, I think about the future, man, that we're leaving behind for her. And these kids are already starting behind the 8 ball, man. Now stop and think. Our parents didn't do that to us, and we shouldn't do it to them. Let's start simple, people. Let's start with the things that we can control. We can control, let's try more love, more respect, more patience with each other, more tolerance. And we do it one person and they pay it forward. And then maybe, just maybe, we can start pulling some of this stuff back together. And tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, I could be totally off the mark here. Tell me if I'm wrong or if you've ever felt any of this too. That's what this space is being created for. Drop it down in the comments. I don't care if it's an idea, a thought, a concern, a regret, a gripe. You're not a Michigan fan, which I don't know why anybody wouldn't be. I want to know, People, we got to open our mouths and we got to start communicating again. We do. We really do. We have to do. One thing I learned a long time ago about any successful relationship, and anybody who's been married a long time will tell you this. There's got to be an open line of communication. In order for it to last and grow, you guys have to talk. You have to. Nobody can read each other's minds. You'll either grow together or you'll grow apart. And right now in this country, that's what's happened. We stopped communicating and now we're all growing apart. That's that division. Everybody's going their own separate way. Nobody knows what's going on in anybody else's life. And the people at the top are telling us how this group is acting and how this group is behaving. And we're buying this shit because we don't communicate anymore. We stopped caring. We stopped communicating. And then we lost respect for each other because we're listening to other people tell us about other people. I have digressed. I don't want to go there. People, let's start trying to bring some of these core tenets back that we lost. And at least think on it for me. I don't want to rant. I can rant. But hey, please, by all means, take care of yourselves out there and each other. Respect, kindness, and love. Show a little bit more of it today. At any rate, I'm Unc. I'll catch you guys in the next one.